We all crave self-improvement to be better versions of ourselves. We set ambitious goals, aiming for drastic transformations. But often we falter, overwhelmed by the sheer size of the change. What if I told you that lasting change doesn't require superhuman feats? What if the key lies in making tiny, incremental improvements each day? Atomic Habits explores this powerful concept. It's not about achieving perfection overnight. It's about getting 1% better each day. Imagine the compound effect of these small wins over months and years. Let's embark on this transformative journey together. Imagine a plane taking off from Los Angeles, aiming for New York City. Now, imagine if the pilot, just as the plane lifts off, adjusts the course by a mere 3.5 degrees east. Such a small change wouldn't be noticeable to the passengers, at least not initially. Yet this tiny shift would result in the plane landing in Washington, D.C., instead of New York. This illustrates the power of the 1% rule. Small changes, often imperceptible at first, can lead to significant deviations from our intended destination over time. A 1% improvement each day might seem insignificant in isolation, but compounded over a year, these small gains lead to remarkable progress. Focus on getting 1% better each day, and you'll be amazed at the transformation you undergo. Embrace the power of tiny gains, and watch as you soar to new heights. Habits are the building blocks of our lives, shaping our thoughts, actions, and ultimately our destinies. To master our habits, we must first understand the underlying mechanism that governs their formation, the habit loop. This loop consists of 4 key components: cue, craving, response, and reward. The cue is the trigger that initiates the habit. It could be a time of day, a specific location, or even an emotional state. For example, feeling stressed might trigger the craving for a cigarette for a smoker. The response is the actual habit itself, the action we take in response to the craving. Finally, the reward is the satisfaction or relief we experience after performing the habit. Understanding the habit loop is crucial because it allows us to deconstruct our habits and identify the triggers, cravings, and rewards that drive them. By understanding and manipulating the habit loop, we gain conscious control over our actions, empowering ourselves to build positive habits and break free from negative ones. Imagine trying to build a tower of blocks by simply throwing them on top of each other haphazardly. The tower would be unstable and prone to collapsing. Building good habits can feel similar if we don't have a structured approach. This is where habit stacking comes in. Habit stacking is a powerful technique that leverages the strength of our existing habits to build new ones. The idea is to identify an existing habit, something you do consistently without fail, and then stack a new habit on top of it. For example, let's say you want to develop the habit of daily meditation. You could stack this new habit onto an existing one, like brushing your teeth. After you brush your teeth each morning, you immediately sit down for 5 minutes of meditation. By leveraging the power of habit stacking, you can transform your daily routine into a seamless flow of positive actions, setting yourself up for success in all areas of your life. We often underestimate the influence our environment exerts on our behaviors. We tend to think of ourselves as independent agents, making choices solely based on willpower and motivation. However, the truth is that our surroundings play a significant role in shaping our habits, often without us even realizing it. Imagine trying to eat healthy while surrounded by tempting junk food. It's an uphill battle. This is why it's crucial to design our environment in a way that supports our desired habits. If you're trying to eat healthier, for instance, make sure your kitchen is stocked with fruits, vegetables, and other nutritious options. Remove unhealthy temptations from sight and make healthy choices easily accessible. The key is to make it easier to perform desired behaviors and harder to engage in undesired ones. By consciously shaping our surroundings, we create an environment that fosters positive habits and makes it easier to live the life we aspire to. Just as our environment can nurture positive habits, it can also perpetuate negative ones. Breaking free from the clutches of bad habits can feel like an insurmountable challenge, but it doesn't have to be. The key is to apply the principles of habit formation in reverse. If we want to break a bad habit, we need to make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. This means removing the cues that trigger the habit, reducing the craving, making the behavior itself harder to perform, and ensuring the reward is less appealing. For example, If you're trying to quit smoking, remove all ashtrays and lighters from your home and car. Avoid situations where you're likely to smoke, such as bars or social gatherings where smoking is prevalent. Find alternative activities to engage in when you feel the urge to smoke, such as chewing gum or going for a walk. Instead of focusing on the deprivation you feel by giving it up, highlight the benefits of quitting. Breaking bad habits is a process that requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to experiment with different strategies. We often approach habit change with a focus on outcomes. We want to lose weight, gain muscle, or make more money. While these goals are important, they only scratch the surface. True behavior change, the kind that sticks, requires a shift in identity. Our identity is our self-image, the story we tell ourselves about who we are. If our self-image is at odds with our desired habit, we're setting ourselves up for failure. For example, if you see yourself as someone who doesn't like to exercise, then forcing yourself to go to the gym will feel like a constant battle. The key is to align our habits with our desired identity. When our actions align with our self-image, it creates a sense of congruence, making it easier to stick to our habits. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. We are social creatures, wired for connection and belonging. This innate need for community can be a powerful force in habit formation. Surrounding ourselves with supportive individuals who share our goals can make the journey of self-improvement more enjoyable and sustainable. When we join a group of like-minded individuals, we gain access to a wealth of knowledge, experience, and encouragement. We learn from each other's successes and failures, and we hold each other accountable for our actions. This sense of accountability can be a powerful motivator, helping us stay on track even when our willpower wanes. You could join a running club, a book club, or a support group for people working towards similar goals. The key is to find a community that aligns with your values and goals, a place where you feel comfortable being yourself and sharing your journey. Surround yourself with a supportive community, and watch as your collective energy propels you towards success. The beauty of atomic habits lies in their simplicity. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. In fact, trying to do too much too soon is a recipe for overwhelm and burnout. The key is to focus on making small, incremental changes that you can sustain over time. Start by identifying 1 or 2 habits you'd like to change. Then, break down those habits into smaller, more manageable steps. Instead of trying to run a marathon, start by walking for 15 minutes each day. Instead of trying to meditate for an hour, start with 5 minutes. Once you've mastered these small habits, you can gradually increase the intensity or duration, building upon your successes. Over time, these small changes will compound, leading to remarkable results. The principles of atomic habits have been successfully applied by people from all walks of life, from athletes and entrepreneurs to artists and everyday individuals. Here are a few examples of how small changes have led to remarkable transformations. The story of a struggling writer. A writer struggling to finish his novel committed to writing just 500 words a day. While it wasn't always easy, he stuck to his habit, and within a year, he had completed his manuscript. The book went on to become a bestseller, proving that small, consistent efforts can lead to extraordinary outcomes. The athlete who transformed his performance. An Olympic swimmer improved his performance by making tiny adjustments to his training regimen. He focused on getting 1% better each day, paying attention to his sleep, nutrition, and recovery. These small changes, compounded over time, helped him shave seconds off his race times and ultimately win the gold medal. The entrepreneur who built a successful business. A young entrepreneur, starting with a simple idea, committed to working on her business for just 1 hour each day. Within a few years, her small efforts had transformed her side hustle into a thriving business. Atomic Habits offers a practical and empowering framework for self-improvement. It teaches us that lasting change is not about grand gestures or overnight transformations, but about the power of tiny gains, compounded over time. By understanding the science behind habit formation, we can consciously design our environment, build positive routines, and break free from negative patterns. The journey of self-improvement is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but by embracing the principles of atomic habits, we can navigate these obstacles with resilience and emerge stronger on the other side. So, Embrace the journey, celebrate your progress, and never underestimate the transformative impact of small changes. Start building your atomic habits today and unlock your full potential.